Having the firepower dynamically by looking at individuals' traffics, identify the operating systems and potential vulnerabilities in creating host profiles is wicked cool. However, there's another really cool feature I'd like to share with you, and that is the ability, once we're looking at a host profile, to click on a scan button and have firepower reach out and scan that device in question to get even more information. In this nugget, I'd like to walk you through how to set up and verify that. Now, in order to use an NMAP scan from firepower against a target, we first of all have to identify the scan or scans that we want to use. And once we've done that, they'll then show up available in the host profiles if we want to launch the scan in real time against the target. So to set up the actual scans that can be used with host profiles, what we would do is we would click on Policies. And then below Policies, over here on the right, we have an option called Actions. And then below that, we have Scanners. So Policies, Actions, Scanners. So we'll click on Scanners here. Now, there's no NMAP scan instances by default, but we can fix that. We have the technology, and it's in the form of this little button right here, Add NMAP Instance. So we're going to click on the little plus symbol here, this button for Add NMAP Instance. So at a minimum, we'll give it a name. We'll call it NMAP_instance, and we'll go ahead and create it. Now, once this instance for NMAP is created, we then need to go in and specify the actual scan that we want available to use. And to do that, we're going to go ahead and scroll down a little bit. And here next to NMAP scan, we're going to click on Add. And so we'll name it. We'll just call our scan_1. And then it asks about the questions regarding an event that happened. Do we want to scan source or source and destination or both? And also the scan type. And then there's just tons and tons of options regarding what type of NMAP scan we're going to do when this scan is invoked. So for this demo, I'm going to go ahead and leave the defaults and scroll all the way to the bottom and click on Create. So now we have at least one scan that we can do as an action if we are looking at a host profile and decide we want to further scan a device. So if we click on Analysis and we hover over Connections and go to Events, so Analysis, Connections, or Events, we could also go to Analysis, Hosts, and Network Map if we wanted to see the discovered host. Any way we get to the host profiles is perfectly fine. So now if we go to this host 10.1.0.3 and we click on the little computer to the left of it, that's going to open the host view, courtesy of the host profile that's been built for us, courtesy of the discovery policy. And check this out. Now we have the option for Scan Host. So if we want to find more information about 10.1.0.103, we can click on Scan Host and then go ahead and launch the scan from here. It's going to launch the Scan 1 that we just created a few moments ago. So we'll click on Scan. And the background is going out and scanning it. Now, this scan is being launched from the Firepower Management Center, its management IP address. So it's not the FTD appliance that's launching this. It's being launched from the FMC itself. And the cool thing is that as this scan happens, any details, anything we learn additionally from that scan can be incorporated as part of this host profile. And I did this scan earlier against this target. And the reason we have so much information is that in addition to the traffic that was flowing through the firewall that was coming from or going to this device at .103, I also did the NMAP scan, and all that information, all that intelligence that was gathered about that host is now part of this host profile for that 10.1.0.103 device. In this video, we took a look at how we can kick it up a notch with host profiles by incorporating an NMAP scan on demand to a device that we want to learn more about. I hope this has been informative for you, and I'd like to thank you for viewing.